serve as a punishment, but enable the accused to appear and stand trial. Details in this report by Susan Modo is presented from our studios.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had preferred an 11-count fraud charge against Benga Makonjuola, a deputy chief of staff of the Senate President Bukola Saraki, Melrose General Services Limited and Obiora Amobi. In the charge, the accused were alleged to have committed the offense in December 2016. They were said to have conspired to disguise the unlawful origin of the sum of 3.5 billion naira paid into the account of Melrose General Service Limited. They all pleaded not guilty to the charges. The court thereafter granted bail to all of them in the sum of 250 million naira with two sureties each in like sum. The court held that the sureties must be owners of landed properties within the Lagos State metropolis. Delivering his ruling, Justice Babs Kweumi held that as a matter of law, the court possessed discretion in granting bail, which must be exercised judicially and judiciously. Reading out the 10 factors militating against granting of bail, the court held that the ability of the accused to stand trial is paramount, adding that an accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The court consequently adjourned the case until December 4, 2018 for trial.
The Commissioner of Police, Ogun State Command, Ahmed Iliasu, has urged the commercial motorcyclists in the state to be security conscious and avoid night operations in isolated areas. He gave the admonition at the command's headquarters in Lewero, Abeokuta, while parading 3 suspects arrested in connection with the murder of an Okada rider and theft of his motorcycle. Iliasu said when the 20-year-old Toby Kodaolu engaged the services of one commercial motorcycle operator to take him to Kile village in Odeda local government, but on the way, he attacked the rider with a mache, killing him and ran away with a motorcycle.
To go after the perpetrators of this heinous crime and bring them to justice within the shortest possible time. In compliance with my directive, the DPO and his men embark on a forensic and technical-based investigation in order to unravel the mystery behind the death of the victim and consequent upon the disappearance of his motorcycle. Their efforts paid off when the robbed motorbike was traced to the trio of Toby Kadaolu, Kehinde Kadaolu, and Hamid Babalola. On interrogation, they all confessed to the commission of the crime. They admitted butchering the victim to death while trying to dispossess him of his motorbike. As soon as we are through with our investigation, the suspects will be arraigned before a competent court of jurisdiction. I want to seize the opportunity to advise Okada riders in the state to be security conscious all the time. They should avoid carrying 2 or more passengers at odd hours, especially in bushy areas, in order to avoid this type of ugly occurrence.
Leaders of the Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere have met with former President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, declaring their readiness to back any presidential candidate who is ready to restructure Nigeria if elected in the 2019 elections. The group of Yoruba elders who met Obasanjo at his residence inside the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, was led by Ayo Adebanjo. In the entourage are Femi Okuromu, Banji Akintoye, Dupe Adelaja, Tokunbo Awolowo Dosunmu, Oladipo Olaitan, Amos Akingba, and Olagunsoye Omilola.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo came to Lagos to visit Abayo Adebanjo, and we had a crop of Yoruba leadership to discuss certain issues. Today we are here to pay him a return visit to appreciate his coming to visit Adebanjo and to know that we are trying to further the friendship so that there will be harmony in Yoruba land, and that our people will know that leaders across divides are coming together to discuss and to arrive at common position. 2019 is the race is going to be exciting. Now we have, like a man of God said, we have 2 eagles on the scene. But the most important thing for us is the structuring of Nigeria. And clearly you can know, Afenifere will always stand with the candidates that stand for Nigeria to be restructured. No debate about that, because without restructuring we are going nowhere.
Things will work well for this country, but we must first work together for the love of our dear nation, Nigeria. These were the words of the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Dina Duke, during the press briefing in Abuja. Correspondent Folorin Shoadegoke reports on Duke's pledge to Nigerians, even elected president in 2019.
Recently, in Nigeria, hate speech has been used to demean persons based on their identifiers such as race, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, and predispose them to acts of violence. Nigerians need to embrace peace, love, and unity for better exposure in order to arise and shine. This is what the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party stands for, as he's set to go through the nation to campaign and sell the party and its policies to citizens.
With him is that pillar who herself is a beacon and also a committed and a great symbol of womanhood in this country, who we believe mobilized the Nigerian woman fold to our party. And of course, by the time we take over power, by the grace of God, we also mobilize them in the task of nation building, of national development.
Symptoms are a lack of justice in our society. You cannot have a society that is devoid of justice. It cannot work. And
city becomes the strength, which will make national development a possibility. Folorin Shoadegoke, CoreTV News, Abuja.
And that's it on CoreTV News in the hour. Thank you very much for staying with us. I am Nena Oragwa. Good afternoon.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans. We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belongs to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Thuggery in politics is another dimension in the country at the moment. And what are Nigerians saying concerning this one? It's another episode of your daily program, The People. I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. Well, Nigerians on the streets are giving their candid opinions concerning the issue of thugs in politics. Well, let's go more on the streets to feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. See you more on the streets.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
It should not be allowed because we are under democracy now. At least we have the force men, the military men to do those defense for the politicians.
So if you're a politician, you will not allow thugs to follow you?
At all, at all. I won't.
Are you sure?
At all, I won't.
For a politician to win, he needs thugs around them. They need thugs. That is why the majority of our politicians won. Without thugs, they can't win. Because they are easily bribed, they are easily corrupt.
So, thugs to be following politicians is the right thing?
It's not the right thing.
So what are you saying?
So we have to give our country a good follower. Let discipline and responsible people follow. Then we have a disciplined leader.
Is it okay, may area boys, they follow politicians?
No, it's very bad, it's very bad, it's very bad. Why do no one send their children? Why do not bring their children? They will send their children abroad, England, American, Canada, and other Australia. They are giving them quality education. Then why they are taking poor people's child and follow somebody for the street? It's a very bad. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. It's very bad. It's very bad. We, our children, maybe make the thing they are safe. Those politicians, they have tried. Their child are not here in Nigeria safe. They are all over their child. They are abroad. They find quality education. Quality education. Then why you follow them go they do banga? It's not good. It's not good. It's what our Hausa people they call banga. It's not good. It's very bad. It's very bad. It's not good at all.
Politicians and area boys, because they are the same thing.
Why?
Yeah, the politicians are rascals. The area boys are rascals. So there's no different. The way politicians are behaving, some folding money, stealing money, and other things like that. In fact, they were even using the area boys to do some of their politician work, like creating problem in the area, fighting, and then doing other useless things. So they are the same thing. Politicians, area boys, they are still the same thing. There's no difference. In fact, the last time election, they caused a lot of problem. They said they were sent by Baba. I don't know. I was asking them which Baba. They said Baba. There is only one Baba in Lagos State. So I begin to wonder maybe it will be Tinubu that is their Baba. But I didn't see Tinubu as an area boy.
I think it's something very shameful for a politician at that level, like the politician of that cadre, to be associated with that kind of story. Though we know that truly that in our society is different. Politics is played in such a way that we cannot even determine or predict what happens. It is possible that those people might just be thugs who wanted to link him up, it's also possible that they were actually people that worked for him. But what sense does it make that as a politician you want to work with thugs, you encourage thugs? We're talking about bettering lives, making things better for our people. What you want to be associated with is thugs. Why would a politician of Saraki's caliber have his name linked to thugs? It's very embarrassing for Nigeria, embarrassing to himself as an individual, even for his family and anybody that is linked to him.
So what's the way out?
Well, the way out is that in this country there's nothing. We keep coming up with laws and laws and laws and nothing happens. Where should we have thugs for politics? Why not create jobs for these people so that they keep their hands busy and have something to do instead of, being your thug? What has happened to Saraki's children and other politicians? Where are their own children? Why should you use other people for thuggery? Your own children are overseas and schooling in the best schools in the world. And then you have kids here and you use them as thug. You possibly give them guns and everything to use for elections to ensure that you succeed or to attack anybody that challenges you at the polls. That is absolutely unacceptable.
The best thing is for every youth to try to work on themselves, be themselves, and don't allow any politician to use them, because they will just use them and dump them. So it's not right. You being a thug, at the end of the day, if they use you to kill somebody, they will kill you too.
Well, it depends on the individual involved, actually. If they talk about thuggery, it's not everybody that actually like the idea, but I, as an individual, I actually hate thuggery. So if I see someone involved in it, I'll actually kick against it, because it's not part of our society. So anything that is involved or talking about thuggery, people should kick against it and call the government or the police, let them get involved in it, so that it will stop other people from actually doing such things.
It's not the best for politicians to be going around with thuggeries, because like an area boys, what are we expecting from them? They are just using them to cause violence, to make they will just cause violence. They will not in any rally. They will be an instrument to cause commotion, cause problems. So, to me personally, I didn't like the idea of a politician using thuggery. There are many ways you can, that you can use. There are many other mediums or people that you can use to make your interest known to the public. Not using thuggery. It's not the best thing. Me, I don't support politicians using thuggery during campaign.
One thing in Nigeria here, I don't understand what politics is going on. Number one, the APC ruling party, I don't know what, they are messing themselves up in the TV. This morning, I watched them in China this morning. The way they are fighting about what is going on, I don't understand. I don't know who put us right. I don't know whether it's the PDP or APC. I don't know.
Is it right for politicians to go about with talks?
It's very bad. It's very, 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 very bad. It's very bad.
Why do you say so?
Why can't you take talk along now when we have the policemen? You get my point? Talk with gun, without uniform, and we have policemen. It's very, very bad.
Togri is not part of politics. So whenever Togri are involved in politics, it's no more politics. You get the right wrong and you get the wrong right. So politicians are into Togri is all about shooting, ballot box hijacking, kidnapping and all sorts of things. So when things like that have been done, there is no politics, there is no governance, and there is no true federalism. So
right for politicians to go about with area boys, thugs?
No, it's not acceptable.
Why do you say so?
Because area boys in the country is not polite in our country, and it's not good.
It's not right for politicians to be using hooligans, because there are some politicians they take it as do or die, like what happened at Ekiti with Fayose. It's supposed not to be like that. It's not a home issue or family issue. This is a government for the people, by the people, for the people. Democracy. And there are some people who already suffer for this democracy before it comes to be enact. I don't know why. Some people don't take it for granted. They say they are the Kaban. They say they are this, they are that. But God knows the best. I know Nigeria will get better in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The politicians, God will minister to them. Even when I was in America, I wasn't deported from America, I was removed by incantation. But that is not the issue we are talking about now. We are talking about Nigerian politics. Let me tell you what, even at all they bring me 10 million, as I'm suffering now, I just get a room at the Cherry, one single room for 79,000 naira with agent and agreement 1 year. I'm not even the one that got the money. The last one of my mother support me for the money. But I thank God. It's not well, but it's okay. They say, though the sorrow might last for the night, but joy will come at last. So I advise all the Nigerian politicians to be very loyal to their people, to the community. Don't be deep dark. Don't see that maybe you want to go and do this, do that. It's not like that. Life is not like that. One day God will request of your soul.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome back. This is how we draw the curtain on your daily program, The People. Nigerians are talking concerning the issue of thuggery in politics. And it is expected that politicians in Nigeria will shun all form of violence at the moment. Till I come your way again with another bumper package of your daily program, The People. I remain your indefatigable advocate for the people, Emmanuel Ajayi. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
So what is 60 Minutes with Angela all about? It's not an interview. I like to think it's a conversation between two people people making the news, people who are in the news, and those who become the news. And the whole idea is to inform, to educate, or to clarify, as the case may be. It is an art getting people to answer the questions that everyone is thinking in their minds. And that's what we try to do on 60 Minutes with Angela. I ask all the questions that everyone's thinking about and no one wants to voice. All the questions you always wanted to ask, you get those answers on 60 Minutes with Angela. Every week on this station, 60 Minutes with Angela, getting answers to every question you always wanted to ask.
Hi, I am Anita Patrick, host of your program Abuja Today, that brings you highlights of happenings in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory from the Office of the Federal Capital Territory Administration.
I appeal to all of us citizens, leaders, politicians, and all to support this team to be able to restore the Abuja Master Plan.
To the streets that involves every boy, every girl, every man, every woman, and every youth on the streets, unfolding of happenings in the nation's capital territory.
Our challenge here is kidnapping, and the secret is there. It's a very short journey. You don't have to go as far as Abaji before you know what is happening in Kuji.
All of us, we don't know, in short, we don't know where to put head, because definitely our children, they are hungry.
So join me at this time on CoreTV as we take you on a tour on Nigerian seats of power.
Democracy allows for fair hearing. This is reckless. This is ungodly.
When news break, we engage experts in critical analysis.
Do you see your party coming into power come 2019?
This administration will succeed and succeed well.
You cannot be running a 4-year tenure like you are running a 20-year tenure.
He has done fairly well, especially where insurgency and terrorism is concerned.
Then it gets controversial.
They have the right to their opinion. Can we, very interesting gentlemen, just hold on.
I am about principle and I'm about thought.
Now, you see, let me
say
this.
So that our soldiers will be free. We should also ask for justification.
Core Digest, your #1 program for current issues.
CoreTV News now live on all Androids.
Hello and welcome. This is CoreTV.
Download CoreTV News app from your Play Store. Click on the menu to see all our top stories from politics, sports, business, foreign news and live TV to watch us live on your mobile.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
You can also click on video to see all our YouTube videos. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
This is what
infrastructure is the backbone of development, which explains the Buhari government's effort at bridging the facility gap. Infrastructure Weekly is a television package designed to bring you latest information on hundreds of development projects going on in various sectors all over the nation.
There is no state in Nigeria today where you will not see our contractors busy at work.
Power generation, rural electrification, road rehabilitations, national housing scheme, construction of roads and rail lines across the country, you name it.
We are now able to produce 7,000 megawatt of power. That is no longer debatable.
Infrastructure Weekly is Nigerians working together for a better Nigeria. So be better informed to take better informed decisions. Watch Infrastructure Weekly, showing on Channels Television Thursdays 2:30 p.m, NTA Network Wednesdays 5 p.m, and CoreTV News Fridays at 8 p.m. Infrastructure Weekly, making development known.
From magistrate to high court, from court of appeal to the Supreme Court, we bring you the rulings, judgments on cases involving personalities, institutions, both low and high in the society.
The learned trial judge said he has not even read the processes.
From the way they are going, they will spend 20 days on a witness. I've never seen that kind of proceedings in my life.
Join Basil Okafor on Legal Scope every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. and the repeat broadcast every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Legal Scope brings you activities in the judiciary, updating you on in and out of court proceedings. Join me for updates on Legal Scope on CoreTV News.
I do, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
Hello and welcome to CoreTV Primetime News Broadcast.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV. Leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will fee give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belong to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Another episode of your daily program, The People. Nigerians on the streets are reacting concerning the topical matters on the street. Well, if the camera can just pan to see how Nigerians on the streets reacting concerning the state of the nation at the moment. Well, it's getting very, very interesting on the streets of Nigeria, on the streets of Lagos, ahead of the 2019 general elections. What are Nigerians saying at this time? Hot debates on the streets. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians on this matter. I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. See you more on the streets.
The people, the people, the people, giving voice to the voiceless.
Buhari is the Messiah we need, and it's what we have gotten. When he came in, this economy was almost zero. He went into recession. He was able to bring out the economy from recession. Now, I think we are better off. We make us to depend that the rice we consume in this country. 90% of the rice we are consuming in this country, they are the one produced locally from this country. Go to this country of local government. They sell. They will sell. You go. Lagos state government in conjunction with Kebbi State. They are producing rice, and we are getting it very cheap. It's right. The economy is moving. We have money in our foreign reserve. When the last government left, they have nothing in the foreign reserve. Today, we have almost about 40-something billion naira in our reserve. Is it not true? I'm asking you that you are the one that is against it.
It's not true. It's lie.
It's lie. Before, how much do I buy fuel? Fuel. How much do we buy it before? How much do we buy pure water in Nigeria? How much do we buy pure water before? How much is a dollar? How much is a dollar? Have failed Nigerians. I'm free to say it. I'm so very have failed Nigerians. This is what we expected. The change we expected to have. We expected that by now fuel would be at 15 naira. Now instead of 15 naira, we're getting 45 naira. Pure water, before we are buying 5 naira. Now we are about 10 naira. But back of rice, we are buying about 8,000 before. Now we are about 14 or 18,000. But every government has failed Nigeria woefully.
So do you want to depend on the importation of rice? You cannot feed yourself.
Okay. Now,
why did God give you hand? Why did He give you leg? You want another person to be farming for you, produce rice for you.
That's what you're saying now. That foreign one is more cheaper than one we're producing here.
More cheaper. You can't do farm. You can't use your hand.
You don't want your people to Fulani herdsmen. They don't allow farmers to go to work. You don't want your people to get job. Fulani herdsmen. They don't allow people to go to farm. Is that the purpose of the economy?
Has he not deployed police and soldiers?
Where?
Zamfara last week.
Police who cannot obey the president. Police who cannot obey the president.
For buy police
cannot obey them.
Police.
Who cannot obey them.
Police
obey them.
Over 1,000 police
can never obey the government. They're not going to obey
this week. Who told you they did not go there?
Buhari is not in charge of the government. Hello. Buhari is not in charge of the government.
Who is in charge? Are you in charge?
IGP is in charge.
Who is in charge?
The police is in charge.
Police
is in charge.
How can you say police is in charge?
I know what I'm telling you.
The president
is not the president of Nigeria. The president of Fulani herdsmen. He's the president of the Fulani herdsmen.
How can you prove
it?
It's
a veteran.
Do you have?
I can prove it.
Why do you have?
I can prove it.
Prove it to us. Now,
before the election, they told us they're the veteran. The veteran.
What kind of veteran? The killings is being sponsored by politicians. They see this man have blocked all the loophole where they are getting money, free money. Before everybody have the government of PDP is let's share the money. But this time around, there is no sharing money. They are not sharing. They have blocked all the loopholes.
Since they can arrange arrest Laki, who is that politician? Mention one. Mention one here. Mention one here. Politician, wait, no, it's behind this killing. Mention one here.
Politician.
Mention one here.
They come back to police. They are doing it behind door. Behind
now, you, who is above arrest now? Since they can arrange Saraki, who is that man? Who above this?
Saraki arrested.
No, it was called to come back.
Did he commit offense? The boys, the talks that said he's their boss, is the one that they use them for election. Is it not because the guys were involved in armed robbery that were calling you?
The government have failed.
He has not failed, though.
The essence of any nation is the well-being, the welfare of the masses, of the citizens. So whatever policy the government is implementing, whether it is positive or negative, is how people feel about it. If you're talking of fighting corruption, when you talk of fighting corruption, we are arresting people, from PDP members or that. When I ask him, how does it affect the individual life? He said NPA, Nigeria Port Authority, or FIRS, their income has increased. Now, the question we are asking, this their income has also affected businesses, small businesses. This is their income that has increased. This their revenue that have increased. It's killing businesses. These are just negative government policies that have killed businesses. Because by the time they were supposed to charge you as a company 1 million naira, they now charge you 3 million. You have to. That time you have to transfer it to the masses. So the goods that you used to sell 100 naira, you're going to sell it 300 or 400 naira. It's the masses that are suffering. You talk of rice. When you talk of importation or exportation, we have what we call competitive cost advantage. You don't necessarily have to produce everything in your country. The ones we have competitive cost advantage, this one you can produce. It's not necessarily we must produce rice. If we know that the rice, if we are producing rice, it's not going to be enough, so that the price of rice will be so low that we are affordable to people. We don't need to force ourselves. We can produce some and import some. But if you want to produce, it's not only rice. Because if you know these rice are not in that, they're actually talking of raw materials. How do we now refine them to finished goods? You don't have power.
I'm not happy that we are producing rice.
We have been producing rice for so many years. All of us know that Okada rice has been in existence. The only thing that they are now inflicting poverty on the people.
How?
Because you said that you are stopping the importation of rice, whereas we have not done anything to improve the local production of rice. Because if you want to the purpose of producing is that the price will have to come down so that the masses will enjoy. Now you have
what do you have to say concerning all what's here? Oh God, what he's saying now is like he just because the hatred he has for APC, that's why he's talking the way he's talking. If look at this deep production before we discover oil, the mainstay of Nigeria economy was agricultural products. In the north, we produce cereal crops. This our side in the east, we produce yam. So when we discover oil, we now relax. We realize we depend on cheap money.
And you see, by what Buhari has done is a very good, nice thing. By encouraging agriculture, he's creating more jobs. There are many people out there that are not engaged. They are not working. By this agriculture, see some of them, everybody is going to agriculture and there's employment. Let me ask you,
can you ask how many people here, how many of them are involved in agriculture?
We are in Lagos.
You don't need to force people. As a businessman has the choice. You want to make profit. It's either you import or you produce. Anyone that is cheaper to you, that's the one you go for. You go to bank now to say you want to produce something in Nigeria. Bank will not give you loan because they know you are going to fail. But once they know that you are involved in protection, they will give you loan because why? Let me tell you why is it like that. Because there is no light, no power. Every country that is doing well in productivity is start with power generation. So there is no power. If anybody is enjoying power, let them tell us.
Where do you stay?
I said no, here. Let me tell you, you see Cotonou here, Togo here, they have 24 hours light. If Buhari or any Nigerian president really want to increase productivity, local productivity, you have to start with light. Because they have not started with light, it's just like you are going to Cotonou. You want to go to Cotonou, you are now enter bus that is going to Benin, you will never reach Cotonou, but you have to reverse. So the government, they are going backward. They have not even started.
You agree with me? Yeah, the government is moving forward.
How are they moving?